Hey everybody, I've decided to launch a companion series to my 5 minutes of photography classes and do a 5 minutes of Lightroom. I use Photoshop's Lightroom, Adobe's Lightroom, for 95% of my post-processing. Very little do I mess with in Photoshop unless there's something very specific that I need to deal with in there. And so Lightroom is my go-to software. So I thought I'd start out just by introducing everybody to the library module of Adobe's Lightroom. So here we have Lightroom. And you can see at the top of the screen here, there are several different modules, and library, develop, map, book, slideshow, etc. The two that you use most often are the library and develop. And those two will allow you to do just about everything you need to. Some of these are quite more specialized. Print you'll use sometimes. But I wanted to take the first few minutes and just talk about the library module. So I store all of my images, all of them ever, in a single Lightroom catalog. And so you can see here on the left, and you have at the top here the navigator, which shows you a small image of whatever image you are looking at over here. So as I click through, you'll see a slightly larger one. You can expand and contract that to get a little bit better view if you want to. And then below that, you'll see the catalog. And my all photographs section is right here. I have 81,436 images in there. And then the rest of these are other sub-collections. And so synced photographs are ones that I have up in Adobe's system, not so many there. Whatever's been recently imported, etc., etc. The most thing in the catalog you need to worry about is the all photographs section. And then you have this folders area. Honestly, I don't use this very much. It just shows where your images are stored. And so, I have my Macintosh hard drive, and then I have my Dave's Images external drive, which is where I store all of my photos. We'll just collapse that and get that out of the way. And then the last thing here on the left is collections. And the collections are if you have a particular project you're working on. So if there's something that you want to, for example, these are all collections that I'm getting ready to create some new portfolios for my website. And so, Alaska Range and Denali is all images of the Alaska Range and Denali National Park. I have images from the boreal forest around Alaska, et cetera, et cetera. So these are all photos that I am considering for upload to some new galleries that I'll be creating. It's a really useful way to organize your, I have 81,500 images. This is a really nice, easy way to break that down into smaller, more usable collections. If you want to get back out of that, you just go click back into all photographs, and it will automatically redirect you towards whatever image you had highlighted. So I accidentally clicked on this image of a bluebird from Big Bend National Park, and that popped up there. Other things in the library, so you get on here on the right, you have the histogram, which gives you a rough idea of what your histogram looks like. So in that top right corner, it'll show you a histogram of the image. You have some quick develop settings. I never use those because there's better ways to do it. So I'm just going to collapse that out of the way. If you keyword your images, this can all happen in here. I'll probably talk about keywording in a future little micro lecture here. This is just an introduction. So we'll collapse that and get that out of the way. Keyword lists, it can prompt you. Any keyword you've used gets stored, and then associated keywords to make keywording a little quicker. So if you're selling images as stock, or you want to have some basic keywords involved, that's a quick and easy way to do it. And over here then is the metadata for the image. So you have the file name, when it was created, the folder it's stored in, a caption if necessary, and then all of the information, the metadata that based on the image. So in this case, this is an older image I created in 2009, and the size of the image, the camera it was made with. Boy, I was shooting a Canon 40D back then. That seems like eons ago. Anyway, so that is the basic look of the library module of Lightroom. And in the next talk, we will go through different ways to sort through your images, as well as looking into keywording and renaming your photos. So that's been a quick 5 minutes of Lightroom intro to the library module. Don't forget to subscribe to this feed, and we will follow this up with some more. I hope you enjoyed it, and look for more 5 minutes of Lightroom to appear in the not distant future.